Okay, today we're going to be looking at some problems from DeltaMath. These are involving inequalities, but just to make sure you understand what they're asking for. The first one is going to ask for values that make an inequality true. So you're looking for anything that is less than 1. So numbers smaller than 1, like -7, would be less than 1. 0 would be less than 1. Basically, any negative number would be less than 1. 0 is less than 1. 0.9, 90 cents is less than $1. 0.99, 99 cents less than $1. That's still less than 1. So all of those numbers are less than 1. Now, for your convenience, these are kind of in order. So 1 is not less than 1. It's equal to 1, so it doesn't count for that. If they wanted you to include that, they would have had to put a little equal to bar under there. But since they didn't, you don't include the 1. Keeping on going, those numbers are bigger than 1 and a lot bigger than 1. So we're done, and you can submit your answer, and it should be right. Now, one thing I'm going to show you, just in case it helps you, is it might be helpful to do a graph. Remember, you can put an open circle on one and then go that way. So basically, any number that's on the shaded part of your graph would be a solution. So that's why -7 would be a solution, -4 would be a solution, -2, the 0, anything below 1. So we're going to go ahead and submit that answer. And it just tells you it's correct. That's how you do them. We'll go ahead and try one from the next section. Inequalities from a number line. Now, this one is a timed lesson. So basically, you're going to have that's going to give you some multiple choice. You'll have a limited amount of time. Don't be too worried about the time, though, because you just have to get 10 done. And if you don't get it the first time, you can always try again. So when you're ready to get started, you just do start, and then they give you an inequality in the number line. So this one's a -7. It's pointing this way to the left, so the sign has to be pointing to the left. This one is an open circle, so it doesn't have an equal to. So given the choice of that and that, it's this one, and then it automatically goes to the next question. This one is a 4 going this way, and it would be underlined since it's a closed circle. This one's a 3. It should be pointing to the right. It should be underlined. This one is a -3 pointing to the left. Should not be underlined. And you can see once you get the hang of these, they go pretty fast, so you don't have to worry too much about time. I've only done this for under a minute, and I already have, and explaining them to you, and I'm already over halfway there. If you want to, you can go all the way to the time starts, or once you get 10 of them, you can stop, or you can do the whole time and see how many you can get in 100 seconds and go from there. Okay, let's go ahead and try another one. This one is not timed, but it has you drawing the inequality. So in this case, now as I'm looking at this number line, I need to start at -10 and go to -6. So I'm going to start at -10 and then go to -6. So since the x is between -10 and -6, I just want the graph to be between -10 and 6. In this case, they should both be filled in, because if I have a line there, that means it's a closed circle. So those lines being closed circles, I could submit it, and it checks as your answer. Okay, let's go ahead and try another one. This one, they gave you the number line and they want you to write it. So since it's a connected one, the best way to do it would be to start with your -6. Since it's a closed circle, I need a less than or equal to. Remember, between notation, I always use less thans, and x, and then do less than or equal to again, and a 5. So that, I'm going to submit that answer, and that gives it to me. Let's try another one. This one, it wants you to graph. This one, I have 2 separate parts of the equation with that or, so I'm going to have 2 separate parts of the graph. So I'm going to have a less than -9, so I'm going to go over to -9 and drag it this way to make it less. Make sure you drag it all the way to the end so it fills in the arrow. And then a -5, a greater than pointing to the right. So start at the -5 and go this way to the right. Now, since these do not have equal tos, I need open circles. So if I click the dot, it will change from a closed circle to an open circle. If I decided my line was completely in the wrong place, I could click the line and it would get rid of the whole line. But in this case, I think it was in the right place, so I'm going to need to draw that again. So that's how you do those. And when you submit them, it should give you the correct answer.